Hello, this is Sage, the Balloon Sage, and I've noticed a bit of a pattern. When I put out a bunny balloon tutorial, people watch it. A lot of them, more than my usual videos. So, here comes another one. This is an adorable pair of balloon bunnies. Slight differences here with how they're holding the carrot, how they're attached. We'll get into all that. But the basic design is comprised of two 260s. In this case, I'm going to use white. And for the carrot, of course, green 160 and orange 260. And to finish off with the 3D eyes, as always, just a little scrap of 160. We begin by creating the bunny's head. Pretty standard stuff. It's like my other one. Now this one doesn't really have a nose on it. Well, it does. It's the nozzle. But there are other versions with very pronounced cheeks and a very pronounced muzzle. This is not that design. This is a little bit different. So we make two bubbles about the same size, tie them together, pretty standard. The third one's a little longer, and that's going to make the bird body. I'm going to push it through without popping it, of course. Position that, and you got a little nozzle nose right there. Okay, now we're going to make a pinch twist. This is about stabilization. Believe it or not, this will not come undone the way I've done it. And you can actually turn the head. It won't go all the way around, but it can go to the side, or if you like to the front, depends on where the carrot is, all that. So make a pinch twist about this side. You want this whole junction here real tight. You want everything very together, very frictiony here. So you're going to make the ears, 6 fingers, bring it back down. Okay. At this point, I like to take the balloon and stick it through those ears. Just tie it through. This also keeping everything stable. Bring it back around. And to shape the ears, you're going to just bend them forward. Like that. Okay, now at this point, push from the back, make a small bubble, very small, just like the pinch twist, maybe even a little bit smaller, and make the two front legs, which should be about the same size as the cheeks, or maybe just a little bit bigger, longer. Okay. At this point, you're going to make the body, first segment of the body, and turn the last part into a little tail, but we're not going to tie that off yet because it's easier when we add the second balloon. We're going to do that same technique, push it through the legs, but make sure it's in the direction where it's actually locking it in rather than unraveling it. Push that through. Alright, all set. We've got our second balloon. And we're going to tie that at the point where we made the separation between the tail and the first body segment. So, right in there. In fact, you know what? Let's actually just tie it right at the tail. Tie the tail with the nozzle. And then we can just make the tail from there and tie that in. You have a little bit of scraps, but you can always cut that off. Okay, so we go up, create the second body portion. The tail's going to want to come undone, so just hold on to that. And the third body portion. Got the little tail sticking out there. And just manipulate your little critter. Just the legs. So, longer than the front legs, but not by much. Come back, match up, tie through, and we're pretty much done with this. So, send that off, tie this in. And as far as the main bunny goes, that's it. We have a bit of a funny way of creating this carrot, but we're going to take a neon orange 260, inflate it all the way, throw our pump onto the stove, and then pinch a portion off. You want a little bit of air at the end here, because you want to be able to make the tip malleable. But I would say pinch off the part that you're happy with, let it go, and then tie it off right there, right above the inflated portion. Now you're going to need this extra part because this will be the way we transform it into a bracelet. Tie that off. And you're going to want to put most of the air at the top. You want to give this carrot a little bit of shape, just like that. And the tip is, what do you call it, a reservoir tip? No. Yeah, I guess so. Okay, so you got your carrot, and you're going to grab a black Sharpie marker and just pretty much make lines on it. You don't want them too bold or dark. You want to kind of put them in different places to give it just a little bit more of a carroty look. I know it's a little cartoony, but it definitely enhances the aesthetic. Goes on there. Okay, that's enough. You don't need too many. Just enough to give it a little personality. So you'll see we have two different carrot tops here. Ironically, both of them are funnier than the comedian. And we are going to go with my version because I like the fluffier one. I saw this one on Sergey Loganov. I think that's how you pronounce it. I saw it on his channel, and this carrot top I thought was pretty cute. But, you know, I got to bring something original here. So we're going with the fluffy. Okay, let's toss that over there. Stretch it on out, and we're basically doing just 3-finger bubble, 2-finger bubble, and then tie, like that. The first thing we got to do is tie the top to the carrot. Right on there. Of course, keeping your orange tail. So 3 fingers and 2-finger tie. 3-finger, 2-finger tie. And we're just going to make a few of these. I guess 5. It's not exactly precise. Okay. And make sure your little orange thread doesn't get in the way there. And you can probably even do 4. Why not? Just 4. Okay, make a small bubble like this. And now we're going to do 2-1, I think. So 2. This thing is in the way. Okay, hold it like this. 2. Get out of here. 1. This is the first time I've ever making this live, so. And 2. And 1. Yeah, that's cute. Okay. So there's 3 on top, 4 on the bottom. I think that looks good. And do we want something out on top? It's up to you, but I say no. Before we bring together this happy couple, we're going to need to get some eyes on this bunny. Now, I've taught this technique before, but I'm going to teach it super fast anyway. So you make a tiny bubble on a 160. You tie it off, but loosely. You want a lot of slack. You're going to put the knot up here. See that? I can fit my thumb through there. And you're going to double knot it, okay? You want slack on these because it will work a lot better. Keep the eyes round instead of like pinch twist. So make sure there's slack in between the 2 bubbles and do the exact same thing. Make sure they're the same size. Tie it off. Break off the rest. So 1 knot there. Right in the middle. Make sure it's tight. There are the 3D eyes. It's as simple as that. Okay. The bunny. Stick them in there. There we go. Position them how you like. And if they're slack, they shouldn't be pulling inward and causing you any problems. So we've got this. Let's grab our carrot. There's a couple different ways to attach this. I'm going to teach you the way I like best, which is basically just grab the carrot and put the tail of the orange right through the front paws there. Just like that. Okay. You're going to bring down the next part so that once it's sitting, the head is properly positioned. And again, you can move it around. There you go. Okay, so just tie it through. Not too tight, but you know. And the bracelet part actually comes from going down here. Oh, by the way, this needs to be inflated. Just, I guess, inflated while being uninflated. That's a bit of an oxymoron, but that's, haven't thought of what to call that yet. So once you have this slightly filled like this, tie it into the tail, hide that in the body or cut it off. I didn't tell you guys, but I'm really sick today, and I really wanted to bring out a new tutorial because I'm, you know, I'm getting a lot more viewers and subscribers, so I'm on a roll. I want to keep it that way. So there it is. There is your bunny bracelet. Very cute. I like the white version. I like the pink version. I like all the little details, and I hope you do too. Please like, please subscribe to Balloon Sage here on YouTube.